Hey!
Hey, DBL Nation. It's Jason and Tori.
Hi.
From the digital team and Life.
And
Tori
Life.
From TV. You might know her from TV.
Pop Culture Guru. Guys, I just did a Star Wars pop-up bar, What's the Story, Tori, and it's going to be airing tomorrow. I highly recommend it if you're in Denver, but it was phenomenal. I had blue milk. I ate it with the Jabba the Hutt.
And she ate snacks that are from another region. See what I did there? It was kind of like a space term and kind of not. Oh, you'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see what I mean by that.
Amazing.
The nether regions.
Yes.
Of space.
The photos.
Sure.
So what we want to talk about tonight as we go into Access, because there's a lot happening in the world.
There is a lot going on.
What's the top story? What have you guys been working on?
There's a lot of different ones. Omarosa has been trending really high.
Omarosa, yes. And Erica Cobb has a couple of things to say to Omarosa.
Ebony and Erica are doing a special. Also, Robin Roberts, if you guys didn't see, clap back. And what did she say on 3? 1, 2, 3. Bye, Felicia. Just like that. Just like that.
Robin Roberts. Who doesn't love Robin Roberts?
If you don't like Robin Roberts, I wonder if there's a stone instead of your heart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's a good gauge.
She is. If she's not into you, I'm not going to be into you.
Probably not.
She's kind of like, to me, Bob Costas.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what
That's
I mean?
another good
I trust that man.
barometer.
He had pink eye and he still went on. To be honest, I think Bob Costas should replace Matt Lauer.
Oh, that's interesting. I feel like Bob Costas might be too
Big for that?
Yes.
Okay, we were on that. Okay, got it. It might cost us this too much, too.
We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
I am wearing this ugly holiday sweater that you see because tomorrow is National
Ugly Sweater Day!
And what we would like the DBL Nation to
sweater.
do, is take a picture of yourself in your ugliest holiday sweater. It can be a Hanukkah sweater.
Mine's Hanukkah.
It can be a Christmas sweater.
Kwanzaa?
It could be a Kwanzaa sweater.
Non-denominational
It could be a
sweater.
non-denominational. It could be a
Atheist sweater.
spaghetti monster sweater. It could be anything.
Any sweater.
Quite frankly, if your mom has a bad floral kitty cat
Put it
sweater
on.
from the 80s, put it on.
Yes.
Let us see it.
And you want to hashtag that with hashtag DBL Sweater Swag. For those of you who don't know what swag is, it means swagger. And
It's
it
a little
means
swag, little game. Like I'm ringing, with my Drake. This is definite sweater swag. I wish this was mine, but it's Kelly.
it's not.
Schubert's.
Kelly's, this is phenomenal. Just, perfect hybrid. Drake is half Jewish, so it's Christmas and Jewish. I don't get the joke, though.
I think
I
it's
know when those sleigh bells ring.
It's the hotline bling days. I know when the hotline.
I don't have swag, just so we're clear.
I think we just
just
I don't
acknowledged
even,
that.
We needed to say that after that.
Made it worse,
demonstration.
didn't it?
No, I think it's
It
great.
sure did.
Anyway,
Anywho.
we want you to upload the photo on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, with hashtag DBL Sweater Swag.
Sweater swag.
And we will show all of them tomorrow, and maybe one of you might win a prize.
What?
Just in time for Christmas, maybe an Amazon Echo Dot. I'm just saying.
Echo, dot.
So-
Get it? I echoed him.
So, if you're sitting around right now, snap that pic, send it to us. We'll get it on the air tomorrow.
Hey, Jeff,
Quick way to become a Christmas star.
come on over for a second. I'm coming. Let them know that if they sent, oh God, he's like loitering over. You're ambling. Get in here.
Wasn't with that
Jeez.
I feel like he's taking like 10 minutes. Let the people know it's National
This is gonna
It's
be
been a
great
very
show.
long day.
National Ugly Christmas Sweater
Merry
Day.
Christmas, brother. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
And we want them to send in their pictures, but with the hashtag DBL Sweater Swag. So say that.
Huh?
DBL Sweater Swag.
Hashtag DBL Sweater Swag. Send it in.
We'll all be wearing ugly sweaters tomorrow. So that'll be something to
Are we
see.
wearing them on the air?
Yeah.
Wait, am I?
No.
I think so.
Do you have one for me, or do I need to bring one?
I was told we were. I don't know.
I was told
Maybe
we
you'll
weren't
see
allowed
sweaters,
to.
maybe you won't. That's how we roll. You just don't know.
You don't know we're
It
live.
might be
I think
National
Larry will get to wear one
Ugly
no matter
Sweater
what.
Day, and we might be wearing ugly
Should we
sweaters.
bring our own? I never get the memo. I never
I
check
don't.
my emails.
We're very busy here.
Whose fault is that?
It's very busy.
Just text somebody. Just
So
text
it's
somebody.
your
I'm
fault.
old school. Call me. If you want me to do something, call me.
So,
hey, Jason, what's up?
let's-
Wear an ugly sweater.
All right,
problem.
we're doing
Okay,
a
great.
whole.
Talk to you later.
Bye,
That's
guys.
Bye.
I'm in call waiting.
Click.
All right, quick question for you.
Oh, it's Tori. Don't answer.
Okay, all right. Okay, joke's over. I'd like to ask you about the cereal bar, if you could plug that a little bit.
Yeah, how did that go?
So that was awesome. So
was
that's
it?
going to be on tomorrow, or no, Tuesday's segment, I
So
believe.
tell me a little bit about that.
I don't
What
want to
is
tell you
it?
too much,
Okay.
but
Don't
it's
get too much
basically what it is. It's a cereal bar. Or
How
it's called
many
the cereal
choices
bowl.
do you think there were?
There was over 160 choices with cereals from. There was some from Australia. I think the furthest away was
I do.
Korea, South Korea, not North Korea. South Korea. That would be an exotic
Would
box.
be an exotic box.
Yeah, South
Militarized.
Korea, Australia, a bunch from England because the owner's from England.
Oh.
Even though he sounds like he's from Boston.
Really?
That was an interesting
That's
conversation.
interesting.
I'm like, oh, you from the East Coast? He's like, no, my accent's crazy. And he's like, I'm from a small town in England. Anyways, great guy, like a little, like, you know, just a kid at heart. When you're in there, there's all these like little toys.
That you can play with while you're.
Yeah, they have like little. I bought Lawson a little birthday, little Christmas gift
Awesome.
in there.
So
Like
my
retro
question,
toys?
Yeah, they have like little retro toys. It's really
neat.
cool.
but are you drinking while eating cereal? I guess I can't ask that because that's the big. Like,
What do you mean drinking? It's not a bar.
It's not a bar.
It's a
like
straight
milk
cereal.
bar. It's a cereal
Oh my
bar.
god.
Yeah, there's no alcohol, Tori. So Tori would never go
Tori
there.
will never see this
Yeah,
place.
Tori will never go.
We'll tell her all about it.
But they have 160 cereals. They just, I mean, they have organic stuff if you want all that, like 2%. Yeah. They have all that. Even the guy
Kashi.
in the video,
I love
in the video, he explains. He's like, "This is all the ones from England. This is all the American ones. These are all the exotic ones. And over there's like the healthy one." He's like, "We won't talk about that one." But they have the option in case you want to be healthy. But the milk, they have like strawberry,
Can
chocolate,
you, oh, they have different milks.
That's great.
Do they have
Holiday milk.
lactate milk?
Read this one from today.
almond milk.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm
And
sure
the-
there's
for
a
the
whole
almond
like.
milk, soy
there's probably
milk.
a back room with just, you know.
Yeah, they
milk
have.
room, a
I
milk
know.
room.
I know we're not in
Almond milk.
California anymore, but they do have the options. It's
Oh,
here
yeah,
in
it's
Denver.
important to know.
In oh man, what town is it in? Like Nevada,
Oh,
Reno?
Arvada?
Arvada.
Arvada.
I always say it wrong, so I'm not
I
really
kept
sure.
doing the stand up. I'm like, Arvadia, we're in Arvadia, California. And they're like, Colorado. I'm like, Arvada. And they're like, Arvadia. I kept saying it wrong. They're like,
He's like Aveda, hair salon.
Oh,
Where
you were
are we?
thinking Arcadia.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. And they're like,
Interesting.
you have to leave here in like 30
We're
minutes.
closing.
So hurry up.
Are
So
you
do they have
allowed to
any-
switch? Can you mix?
Can you mix?
Mine was
cereals?
all mixed.
Oh, nice.
So you can
it's
mix
a holiday-
cereals.
And they're on the
Oh,
menu,
wow.
there's a whole side of stuff that he mixed with his family, and they test it.
Customized.
Yeah, he's got
Nice.
kids, so they all try it and find out what the best
I
one
have.
is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just a little disappointed it's not a real bar.
We know.
Okay.
We figured that out. Tori.
Okay.
Hey, Tori's calling again.
Yeah.
Tell her I'm not going out.
Hey,
going on, Tor?
why aren't you guys
Tell her I'm
calling me
sleeping.
back?
Putting in the drawer.
I'm sleeping.
So here's any retro cereals that aren't really available. Like, did you find any cereals that you didn't even think
Tricks are
existed
for
anymore?
kids. Or, yeah. I can do
They
that.
had, it was like overwhelming because, like, let me just ask you, do you have a favorite cereal growing
sure
up?
do.
Okay, when you get there, you kind of see the box, and you're like, wait a second, I forgot about that.
Oh, interesting.
There's
It
so many-
flashback.
Oh, you flash back big time.
Are you
Yeah.
allowed to suck the milk? Because that's like when you slurp the milk is the best part.
Yeah, maybe you'll see that on Tuesday.
So can I be honest? Right before I got this job, I was working in an ice cream shop. We all know, and we had a flavor called Lucky Charms, and it was Lucky Charms milk mixed with Lucky Charms. And when I gave people a sampling, they would taste it and be like, "It's Saturday morning. I'm 11.
The Smurfs are
Yeah.
on.
The Smurfs are
Yeah.
on. I don't know about taxes yet. Everything is hopeful. You know
The
what I
Stone
mean?
Bar in LA had a drink. Did you ever go to the Stone Bar on
No.
Sunset? It was horchata flavored.
I love that.
Yeah, rum chata, which is really good for the holidays, with Captain Crunch milk.
Oh,
And it was
what a great
amazing.
idea.
In fact, yeah, we should make those for the holidays.
I went to this bar. I think it was called Minis. I don't know, maybe not, but it was everything was mini. So like all the airplane, like
Was
all
this
the
in
hard
your
liquor.
dream?
Oh, we're nips?
No, I went
That's
there.
funny.
Yeah, so they all had all the hard
That's
liquor was
cute.
all the little bottles, and then even the beers were like this big.
That's
You ever see
cute.
the
Oh,
mini
that's
beers?
funny. Did you feel like a giant?
Yeah.
All right, well, that
I drank
ruined
like
it.
30 beers.
My closing joke.
That was
at
it?
my stand-up is about this intervention I watched you guys on A&E, and a woman was addicted to airplane-sized vodka bottles, and I realized that she was
Gotcha,
not
Rash.
addicted to airplane. I thought she was addicted to feeling like a giant.
Giants, which is probably a real. Did she stomp at the
And
end of the intervention?
Jesus.
Oh, I'm
I put broccoli on the ground, and she's like, "I'm in the forest. You're ruining the whole."
That was your whole stand-up?
No, that was the end of my stand-up.
I only know because I
I can hear
devoutly
you.
follow all your videos on YouTube, Tori.
It's not true. He hasn't watched anyway. By the way, I'm Tori. What's your name?
Jason?
Yeah,
What did I say?
he's never noticed me before ever.
Hey, Tori's calling.
This
again.
is going.
Hello.
This pre-show is going like gangbusters.
I can hear you.
Give us some more stand-up. Give us your first. What do
Okay.
you come out with when you're like,
Okay.
hey, everyone, I'm Tori Strowman, and no one's clapping? What do you do?
Why is nobody clapping? First off, it's really.
First of all, I could give you a couple zingers. You've been killing me about that turtleneck yesterday.
Oh, it's true.
It's true.
Just
And
write
carried
in
it into
comments
today.
if you think I was justified in zinging my bestie who's
was-
wearing a turtleneck.
Listen,
Sam,
I'm a good
I-
sport. I'm just gonna get her back.
Sam,
one
what
day.
was your
Game
saying
on.
today?
Game
Nieces?
on.
So seriously, what do you do when you
Nieces,
first come out? Like, 'cause that
pieces.
first joke's important.
The
right?
first joke is really important. You want to save your best joke for last, but you want an opening that makes you self-deprecating. So I always come out. I don't know if you'll think this is funny.
Hold on, I'm
Or has he
still.
really been giving compliments to everyone else?
Do you come out and go, is this thing on?
Okay.
Thank you, Arash.
Well, that's lovely.
Is this thing on?
I will say my first stand-up joke is important. Everyone get in.
Oh.
Stand-up jokes. Get in here.
Oh, can't wait to hear.
Sam Shocker, everyone. I know you're
Hello.
shocked to see her.
When she says her joke,
Jeff-
you say your catchphrase. Because you have one now.
Do you have a
I do?
catchphrase?
Yeah.
What?
Knees is, what's your...
Knees,
Jeez, my
knees.
knees.
You do
Jeez,
say
my
that, though.
knees.
I say
That
a
wasn't
lot.
the first time.
Yeah, I say G's Manise.
I say holy
didn't-
mackerel.
We say "ah geez" in Boston a lot. "Ah geez."
I didn't know
Ah,
G's
geez.
Manise was such like a weird thing to say, is it?
I mean, it just depends on
I'm
the show.
holding a
to say.
milkshake with Jughead. That's how weird it is.
The bee's knees.
That's
Okay, let's hear your opening.
Yeah.
Now it's
line,
not. Now it's
Tori.
built up too much.
No, it isn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tori Schulman.
Oh, I don't want that at all.
Hey, can I get an extra nacho over here?
Okay,
Oh,
that's-
Tori's on. Sorry.
It's true. I do open
Don't
a
forget
lot.
to tip your servers.
Okay.
We're here all night.
The problem is people are ordering while I'm telling a joke.
Okay.
And to
Get
be
off
honest,
the stage.
And that's also happened in my nightmares and in my dreams. And the best thing you can do is say what you look like, so that people are already. The first thing they're doing is judging you.
Yep.
I come out. I'm a girl. I'm a blonde.
Are you usually wearing jeans?
I'm
What are
wearing
you
jeans to look. I'm looking like Sarah Silverman.
Okay.
Like I'm kind of like down. I'm one of the guys, but like it's weird to have a chick that's blonde that
And busty.
a little bit up top,
Yeah.
and that's thank you, mother, for giving me that.
Yep.
But my first joke is I know I look like a celebrity, and then I make them guess, and I'm like, who is it? And then I like hold the mic, who is it? Right, and that's the joke. No one says anything, and see, people are laughing.
That's funny.
And then I was like, here.
Nobody says anything?
Right, because who are you? I don't. And then I'm like, did I hear Heidi Klum? Hello? Thank you, Sam. And then I say, well, this might help you. And then I put my hair and I go in a low ponytail and I look profile and I look really sad. And then I go, Thomas Jefferson on the nickel.
See, that's pretty good.
Yeah, because like it's
fun.
super weird and like
It's
If you've
good.
ever worn a low ponytail, you look like a founding father.
Yes.
Like immediately.
Yes.
So there's
I
the
love
opening.
it.
That's
It's very
very good.
you. It's self-deprecating
Yes.
and it's political.
And as a female, here's why I do it. It's funny because as a female, you hated me when I walked on stage because I'm this busty blonde. Now you're on board.
Yep.
But if you're a guy, you're like, who is this girl? She's gonna
She's
be
smart
like this.
and funny.
She's smart and funny. So I'm trying to get the audience on the same
and
page.
and on your side.
And on my
Rooting
side.
for you.
Because they're ordering nachos.
How's it going, guys? Let us know.
Would you go see Tori stand up?
I would.
We all know we're all on Team
I'm
Tori.
I'm
so we know
actually
you
Tori's
will.
biggest fan.
She
I really am.
is. She really is.
I genuinely am her biggest fan.
I
You
know.
think you're her biggest fan? You're not. I'm her biggest fan.
I really think we should
I'm
do
her
like a
biggest
DBL
fan.
No,
comedy
you're not.
tour.
No, you're not.
You guys should do stand up.
Yeah, so Al does stand up in Denver, and I've opened for Al. He doesn't know that. I've opened for Al in LA, and I was gonna.
Isn't that funny? I wish we could find that video.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta go.
We gotta go to stage.
Stage,
Good luck.
go to stage. Have a great show, guys. Have a great show. So listen, to wrap up this riveting pre-show, holiday sweaters, please send them in. Pictures of you guys. One of you is going to be the winner. Everyone likes a winner. And then you might win a cool gift to give to a family member. So that's fun. So hashtag DBL Sweater Swag. Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We'll see you guys. Enjoy the show. Bye.
Thursday, December 14th, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now.
Omarosa is now saying that she's in a black woman civil war with GMA host Robin Roberts, and Twitter is throwing some major shade. Annie B tweets, it's not a civil war if there's only one person on one of the sides.
Oscar winner Dustin Hoffman is being accused of sexual misconduct by 3 more women, including one who was a minor at the time of the alleged incident. That's in today's Top 5.
The Golden Globes will kick off award season with the red carpet trend no one saw coming. A-listers like Meryl Streep and Emma Stone are already on board. That's next.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Thursday, December 14th, and we are the only live show talking breaking news, entertainment, and trending topics that you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. Let's get this thing started with the top 5 trending topics you need to know with our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder.
Thank you so much, Erica Cobb, looking beautiful as always. That's right, guys, we are live, and I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, TV personality Sam Shocker, and pop culture guru in for Al Jackson, Tori Shulman.
I miss Al too.
I'm Jeff Schroeder. We're a trending news and entertainment show that is live, and we cover what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is in our studio, ready to cover news as it trends on this Thursday. That's right, guys. Let's get right to it. Hip-hop mogul Russell Simmons says he's innocent despite new reports of a criminal investigation into alleged sex crimes. Digital producer Kelly Schubert with news at the moment.
Hey guys, right now the LA Times reports that the NYPD is investigating Russell Simmons after multiple women accused him of sexual assault. Tonight, the music mogul says he's passed a polygraph test to prove he didn't sexually assault one of his accusers. TMZ reports he's going to take the test for the other women who have accused him and then release the results. Now I want to show you this. Simmons posted this photo on Instagram today and says he's going to prove he's innocent. He goes on to say his intention with this Not Me hashtag is not to diminish the Me Too movement, but instead hold his accusers accountable. Back to you.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, Kelly.
I'm most disappointed by this one of all the people that have come forward. I marched alongside Russell Simmons at the LA Women's March.
Right.
He's always been a big activist and a big advocate. I read both of his books. I'm very disappointed by this.
He's saying he didn't do it, though.
I don't know.
He's
I
pretty
read the
adamant about it.
affidavits of all those women, and there seems to be an MO there. But yeah, in due process, I guess we'll find out.
And I guess it's kind of tough because it's like now, okay, I don't know if he's had a change of heart, but you know, he stepped down from all of his businesses. So if he's trying to make a stance that he's innocent from the beginning, why would he have done that?
Because you got to look at the bottom line. You got to look at that number at the end of the day, and that was the right decision as a businessman for him to step away because it does hurt your brand. Look what we've seen.
Oh, of course. Yeah. But you know, if people still see his logo or his face on things, the first thing I thought about is his daughters with Kimora Lee Simmons. Yeah. And how good. I mean, even when they had the reality show, you saw how close they were. And maybe he wants to make a stance there so he can show his daughters that he's innocent. I don't know.
He calls himself a feminist.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, just judicially, like, polygraphs aren't always admissible in court, so it's important to know that that isn't like a be-all and end-all stop of everything. Right. And you know, Not Me is, I think, a little bit insulting to the Me Too campaign. Yep. I'd love to hear your comments on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, more on the sexual assault scandals. New accusations against actor Dustin Hoffman. 3 more women have come forward in a Variety exclusive. 2 of the women say Dustin sexually assaulted them, and the 3rd woman said Dustin exposed himself to her when she was only 16 years old. Dustin has not yet responded, but his lawyer called the claims defamatory falsehoods.
Yeah, one of his responses, by the way, to his earlier accusers is that he was Tootsie. And as Tootsie, he played a woman, and he finally got to recognize how hard it was to be a woman. And it's just not adding up. When you see an organization of a strong amount of women with the same story over and over again, it's hard for me to believe you.
So he's saying that because he played a woman
that he would never have, he saw how hard it was, and therefore he wouldn't have done that.
I'm not buying that.
I know.
His when he, you know, was on that panel with Late Show host, his name is escaping
John Oliver.
With John Oliver, sure. The way he handled that discussion did not bode well for him.
Agreed.
In my opinion.
I agree.
Because he rode him a little bit.
Yeah, once these accusations are proven to be true, what happens then? Do you like your Hollywood star? Does that disappear? Does everything that you've done disappear?
It's up to each individual corporation to do what you have a character clause in a lot of things, and if you break that clause, that can happen. But there's a statute of limitations for a lot of these women, so he might not face court, but publicly he'll face us.
Right. I really love him as
public opinion.
Exactly.
I loved him as an actor. Now I'm just gonna have to dust him off, man.
There you go.
I like it.
Yep. But
all right, a new report just in. The red carpet will be all black at the 2018 Golden Globes. Multiple sources confirmed to People magazine that many major actresses, presenters, and nominees like Jessica Chastain, Meryl Streep, and Emma Stone will reportedly wear all black as a symbol of protest against harassment in Hollywood.
It's similar to a ribbon. To me, it's like an AIDS ribbon. It's like an autistic ribbon, the blue puzzle piece. To me, it's a statement that says, I'm with you, and I want to show that without having to speak.
Yeah, and a lot of them have gone through it. We've heard, you know, Meryl Streep's story of being a victim of sexual assault and sexual harassment. So for them, not only is it a symbol of solidarity, but wow, what an image. Can you imagine when we see that, when we're watching it? The carpet's going to be black. They'll be dressed in black. The questions will be more meaningful.
And, and think about it as a costume. It's almost like armor, isn't it?
Right.
I'm in black and I'm with you in my army, and I'm in armor and I'm protecting myself on a black carpet.
And they said this trend could last throughout the rest of the awards.
I bet it will.
Going on.
And because they get to wear black, they don't have to watch their carbs as much.
It's so true.
I wish they would have picked a different color. That's just me.
Something a little more brighter?
Yeah, a little more symbolic.
But
I don't know.
I get
the gesture, though. I get the gesture.
Dark experience to go through that.
That's a good point.
All right, trending right now, Omarosa is firing back at Robin Roberts. This afternoon, Robin threw shade at Omarosa following an interview on GMA. Take a look at Robin's comments about Omarosa.
So she said she has a story to tell, and I'm sure she'll be selling that story.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, she will. Bye, Felicia. Now to a new study about...
Wow. And this just in, Omarosa is clapping back, telling Inside Edition, quote, that was petty. It's a black woman's civil war now.
What?
Yeah, she's...
Wow.
I mean, Omarosa's not one to back down.
No.
But I don't know if you want to...
loving every moment of this. Okay?
Exactly.
She is loving the spotlight. Whether she believes bad publicity is good publicity. That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, but I don't know. Robin Roberts, I don't know if you want to pick a fight with.
Well, and she's almost like one of America's sweethearts, you know?
Totally agree.
You know, her stance is always, I think, pretty fair. She's very agreeable and just seems like a very sweet, nice person and knows her stuff. And so I think it would just be a bad look for Omarosa to try to keep going down that road.
And I think it's a bad look for Robin Roberts to continue. If Omarosa keeps striking back, just cut it off.
And I think it's a bad look for not just two black women, but women in general to openly have a petty argument on TV in front of the world when we're talking about something serious. It's not cool.
That's a good point.
All right. For Star Wars lovers, tonight's your night, right? Great gift ideas coming in hot. Erica, what you got?
Well, for starters, there's nothing civil about war amongst your sisters. Coming in hot from a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars. The movie hits theaters tonight, and Variety.com has a list of the swankiest and most expensive Star Wars gifts available. Warning, be prepared to spend a lot of galactic credits. Nothing says I love Star Wars like a Darth Vader robot vacuum. It can take care of the housework while you binge episode 1 through 7, and it's only $800. Next up, Christian Louboutin has a set of shoes inspired by characters Rey, Holdo, Captain Phasma, and Rose Tico. These one-of-a-kind red soles each are up for auction with proceeds going to charity. At this moment, the highest bid is $9,500, but it's for charity, so it's like free money. Want to write about your undying love for the franchise? These fountain pens should do the trick. They come in Han Solo, Boba Fett, Chewbacca, and R2-D2. Your cost? Just $575. DBL Nation is the force with these gifts. Let us know, and happy Star Wars Day.
Yeah, that's right. People are excited around here. They're going to see that premiere tonight.
Those red bottoms look.
Oh, yeah.
It's tonight.
Tonight. They know. They do know. Trust me, they're over there.
Y'all?
I'm a 7.5.
What?
You? 8.5. Why?
And I'm an 8. So if we buy one pair together, that's an 8.
Oh, yes.
It'll work.
So I got to crunch my feet in there?
They'll fit me so good, though.
All right, moving on. Trending entertainment news. A new Marlon Brando movie is in the works, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The new biopic is based on a book written by Marlon's longtime friend and former director called The Way It's Never Been Done Before. So, who would you want to play Marlon Brando? And I think it's pretty unanimous, at least on this panel.
Yeah, we all talked about it. Should we all say it? 3, 2, 1.
Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, come on.
That's pretty iconic for us because we rarely agree on
at all.
Perhaps it's because it's Salty
Al's not here.
Oh, you know what I should be called?
What?
Savory Tory.
Ooh, can we get a graphic of that? But I think Leonardo DiCaprio would be perfect.
Yeah, I mean,
he could look like him. We all know he's a phenomenal actor.
That's what I was gonna say. He can play almost anybody.
They're the hottest icons of their time.
All right, Daily Blast Live covers trending stories and breaking news as it happens. Erica Cobb's twins up in the hub. Erica, what's coming up?
Haven't shipped your Christmas gifts yet? Well, you're running out of time. So Daily Blast Live is helping you get your gifts to grandma's. Plus, dinner drama in Italy on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. We break it all down in Reality Reality Roundup. And we want to see your ugly sweaters. So post a pic of you wearing your ugliest sweater on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter using the hashtag DBLSweaterSwag. Posted by tonight, and you can see yourself on our show tomorrow.
Hey guys, Connor, Ashley, we're here with Jason.
We got very excited about this because why?
Well, it's very different. So Teen Vogue is reporting right now, and it's trending on there, that Sephora actually opened up a makeup-themed amusement park in Dubai.
Oh, at City Walk Dubai?
Yes, so it's at City Walk Dubai, and it has different fun and games, different products that you can buy, gift sets, things like that. It is called Gifts, and this Instagrammer, Mrs. Balani, actually visited and shared some of her photos here. So here she is playing one of the makeup spin-a-wheel games.
Wow.
And then they also have all these makeup displays and makeup kits that make great holiday gifts.
Is it like a tube of lipstick roller coaster and a compact whip?
I think it's more of like a carnival, in my opinion. Like carnival games, prizes.
Oh, look, a
They
grab
even
and
have
claw.
a crane claw game machine where you can actually get free makeup.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So all we
So
have to do is go to Dubai.
right.
We'll
So all
see
you have
guys
to do
there
is go to
tonight.
Dubai. It actually ends the 16th of December, but let Sephora know on Twitter if you want this in America.
Yeah, I'm sure they would put it at the Universal Studios in Florida and California if they
That'd
did
be
it in
awesome.
Dubai. And Kelly, Food and Wine.
Yes, so Food and Wine is reporting, and this is really interesting.
Wow.
If you can see the title, the University of Cambridge actually just found out that wine glasses today are nearly 7 times larger than they were 300 years ago. So they took 411 glasses, dating all the way back to 1700, and measured milliliter capacity, and they found that now the average is about 750 milliliters of wine per glass.
How big did they get in the past year?
They actually said the most growth was in the last 20 years, so you're not off asking that.
Yeah.
Really, like, we've been drinking them.
We be drinking.
Yeah. So interesting
Americans.
study. Yeah. DBL Nation, give us your take. Do you agree with these
You know,
guys?
people were so much smaller too back then. I mean, really.
It was a dainty dining
It wasn't. It was. I mean,
yeah.
and I'm sure wine was very hard when you had to press it all by your feet. I mean, we all saw that Lucy episode. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Brooming, right?
Curling.
Curling with a broom.
It's curling with Diddy. He just tweeted. He
that is
tweeted
Diddy.
this video out, and let's just watch real quick. He tweeted, "What's smoother than this?"
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's fake, but anyway, it's a ad for Ciroc on ice. And
yeah, that's like CGI.
yeah. So I mean, in good time for the Olympics, I guess.
I think it's great. Full Canadian. He's gone full tilt Canadian.
Daily Blast Live. We're all about breaking news, trending topics, and entertainment. Well, guess what? It's time for Reality Roundup. Yeah, baby! When we break down the best and worst moments in reality TV, yes, we do love reality rounding it up. On The Real Housewives of New Jersey, the ladies jet set off to Milan. Melissa really embraces her Italian roots. Let's take a look.
Arrivederci. Ciao bello. Buongiorno. Senorita.
Wait, that was half Spanish, just so you know.
Ow.
Fragile.
Italian. I studied in Italy for a year, and there's nothing more that they love is Americans trying to speak Italian.
Now, are they helpful? Because I know in some countries they are, and some they're not.
I mean, have we all done this though?
Yeah, you get a couple drinks in you, and all of a sudden I'm Tecani's kukla.
Yes.
I don't know what I just said.
Capiche?
I need an amigo. You start speaking like you're in another country. You
Or I
forget where
order
you
like
are.
salsa and guacamole, and I'm like, you
Why
don't
do
know
we
what
do
you're
that?
doing.
Yeah, exactly. So we can relate to you, Melissa. Even though we're bagging on you, we can relate. Moving on to Black Ink Crew, a night of celebrating their grand reopening isn't complete for the crew until someone gets maced. That's right. Check out the fight that erupted between Donna and Maxine, okay?
I don't even know who the you is, so chill the okay. Chill out.
Donna, what the going on? You macing in my shop?
She reached into her underwear and maced the shop.
That was even double trouble. Where she got it from.
Well, that and the fact that
Let's
there
make
were
it
way
take a-
too many wigs in that scene for people to be fighting like that.
There are a lot of horses running around cold right now.
Honestly, if you're putting mace down there, like, how careful do you have to be to sit?
Yeah. To make sure that you don't
mace yourself.
Mace yourself.
Yes.
Woo.
Very dangerous. That's a bad day. That's
All right.
a bad day.
Yeah, not good. Well, guess what, everyone? It's now time for Miss Ebony Steele to deliver the shade of the day.
All right, the shade of the day goes to Danielle from The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Check this out.
Yes. And you're a liar.
Oh, smash, smash, smash. Danielle, why'd you have to throw that glass? You went all the way to Milan to still show the world you have no class. Now you're back this season up to your old ways, stirring the pot. Even after all that, you gonna still get mad if somebody calls you a thought. Now, etiquette says if you're a lady, put your napkin in your lap. But you wouldn't know that. You don't even play tennis, but you seem to be ratchet like that.
We are live. Let's go to digital producer Raquel Villanueva. Raquel's got news at this moment.
So this is for all you last-minute holiday shoppers out there. Tomorrow is free shipping day. Hundreds of retailers will ship packages at no cost with the guarantee they'll deliver before Christmas. Best Buy, Target, and Toys R Us are just some of the participating stores. Other deadlines you need to know are December 20th, which is the last day for USPS priority mail. And by December 21st, you will need to FedEx overnight or UPS next day air to make sure your gifts arrive on time. Back to you.
All right.
It's an
Have you guys
on the
sent everything yet, or y'all still kind of going to take advantage of this?
I'm not buying anything pretty.
Oh, my gosh. Coming up on Damn Glad I didn't pull your name for Secret Santa. Coming up on Daily Blast Live, the top TV shows of the past 20 years. So how's Breaking Bad stacking up, against the rest? Stick around and find that out. And check out this, the official White House Christmas portrait featuring the president, President Trump, and the First Lady. Mrs. Trump tweeted it out this afternoon, and it's already gotten 16,000 likes. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, we are here with Raquel. Are you doing it close up?
It's a mail-related topic.
Yes,
Have
I
you
needed
done
people
this
to
already?
be able to read it. Yeah, we just did
Yeah.
it.
That's why I wind out for you.
Did we put this online? We should probably put these deadlines for holiday shipping
Yeah,
online.
we'll post them online for you. So the most important ones you need to know are probably December 15th,
Right,
because that's
free
free
shipping
shipping day. There's about 900 stores participating online for free shipping day, and that's a guarantee before December 24th. And then there's a whole list we can make for you, but the next important one I think is priority mail, because at least that's the lowest cost before you're going into overnight
Then you
shipping.
go into priority bill, and once you get into priority bill, it becomes a nail biter.
Yeah.
And nobody likes waiting around until December 25th to see if your gift actually got to Aunt Martha. So get on this, guys. I know time is slipping away. What are some of the larger? Amazon is doing free shipping.
Amazon
Target
is doing
free shipping.
Target, Toys R Us.
Toys R Us is
I
doing
think
free
that's
shipping.
A
Is
big,
Walmart
big
doing
one.
free shipping?
I believe so. I had a list pulled up of free shipping, so let me pull that up. Free shipping stores. If anyone has any stores they want me to look up for them too, I can do that too.
And honestly, if you guys have any gift shipping mishaps or epic fails, let us know. We want to hear your stories. Let's share our shipping fails around the holidays so other people won't make the same mistake.
Nordstrom was on the list if you like Nordstrom. Crate and Barrel.
I once sent my mom all of her gifts from me, and she opened them along with all of her other gifts, and that ruined Christmas in 2011. So there can be mishaps.
Important deadlines. Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Gap, Old Navy.
Holy cow.
So basically anything.
So buy all the things you need for the year yourself and get the free shipping. Because this is a once in a, buy that sofa you've been eyeing, because free shipping day is really the day to do it.
I know, it's kind of smart for retailers to do it too. Because
washers,
then
dryers, all that jazz.
people come in, buy a lot, even though they have to pay for shipping, they're still getting a good deal.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you more in a bit. Thanks.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show that covers trending stories live as they happen. It's that time of year when we're counting down the top trends of 2017. And I'm going to throw it over to my man, Jeff Schroeder, with the latest. Woo!
Thank you, Erica Cobb. That's right, guys. We love hearing from you. And right now, we're going to talk about you. Voting site Ranker just released the top TV shows of the past 20 years. Here are the top 3 picks coming in. And number 3 is... The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Pretty good, right?
makes sense.
Not
Yep.
bad, not bad.
I agree.
Number 2 is Game of Thrones. There it is. That's a great one. I love that one. All right, and the number 1 TV show of the past 20 years is, drumroll please, Breaking Bad.
My favorite series, of all time.
Really?
Yep.
So when they say the 20, it didn't have to be on for 20 years. They're just saying within the last 20 years.
Exactly.
Huh.
I highly suggest you watch The Wire.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen every episode. I know Jeff started
Just
because of
tuned in.
Al. It is phenomenal, and to me, the way I started binging was from The Wire.
Okay,
so
can't
please,
wait.
if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend
Okay,
it.
can't wait.
I think
All right,
Broad
I
City
say-
is a great show.
I love Broad City.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh,
How
that's
about
a good one.
Friends?
Shameless.
But I think that was more than 20 years ago. We're getting old. We're getting old.
But you know, I was really surprised that it wasn't like
I'm getting old.
a game show like Jeopardy or something like that that a lot of people watch over.
That's interesting.
Like
yeah.
none of the game
I wonder
shows
if they
were there.
specified or separated them.
Right. Yeah.
All right, and speaking of Breaking Bad, AMC has just announced they're celebrating the show's 10-year anniversary with a marathon. All 62 episodes will air starting on December 31st. So if you haven't seen it, now's your chance to binge
Walter
watch
White,
it.
man. Good old Walter White.
That's right.
You know, it's funny, when I was on Reel's channel, we filmed in Albuquerque, and they were like, oh yeah, you're right next to a set called Breaking Bad. And we're like, that's not gonna go well. Did it go well or what?
All right, hashtag my3celebdinner is trending right now on Twitter. And since it's the holidays, we started talking about which celebs we'd invite to our Christmas dinner.
Oh.
So here's the table all set and ready. I'm there with all my friends. And my pick would be Gary Busey. I'd invite Gary Busey over. But I don't want that. I want crazy Gary Busey. I don't want. There he is. That's better. It's a better party now. Ebony, who would you bring to the party?
There's nothing like somebody who seems like your auntie, like she got powder on her chest and just smells good and can cook. So I'm gonna have to say Auntie Patty. Patty LaBelle.
All right. Sam, who would you bring to the party?
Well, because I love you guys very much, and I'm thinking of you all, and we all know that George Clooney recently brought $1 million to his last dinner.
That's so nice of you.
I want you guys all to become instant millionaires.
That's
so you're
so
welcome.
That was very nice, Sam. Thank
And
you.
look at his twins. Sophie can have two new
Tori, who do you pick?
I picked the dog whisperer, Cesar Millan, because you know why? He taught me a lot about life. He'd bring a little boo-boo, and the dog would tear those awful curtains down.
Oh, there you go. Erica, do you bring anyone to the party?
Of course, I'm bringing Anthony Bourdain because you have to make no reservations, and we
I
need
got
someone
it.
who can cook.
I got that joke. That was a great one.
Good table.
It's a fun table.
Great table.
Good table.
Those curtains look kind of like Bates Motel-ish, don't they?
Yeah.
No, nobody's worried about the curtains.
I'm
It's a
worried.
good party.
All right, well, we're there. Yeah.
All right, radio girl Erica Cobb with weird holiday beauty trends coming in hot.
Coming in hot, holiday beauty trends that spread joy to your face. We're not talking about your basic shimmering makeup. These are next level. Like these Christmas tree eyebrows that are lighting up social media. Eyebrows shaped like a tree, complete with ornaments and a star. Or use tinsel as fake eyelashes. We can't confirm you'll be able to see anything because you won't at all, but at least you'll be looking festive. And finally, ugly Christmas sweater nail art. They really nailed it. As a nail lover, I'm really ashamed of myself. DBL Nation, if you had to choose one of these looks, which one would you try? I'm looking more at the tinsels because I've actually done the tinsel eyelashes. Ooh. Yeah, that's what happens when your friend's an esthetician and need someone to practice on. Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that a little bit. I mean, not for me, but it's not a bad look.
Oh my gosh, you're talking about it takes me 10 minutes to put eye drops in.
I know
could
what
not
you
put
mean.
All right, before we go to break, check this out.
Right now, fans all over the country are watching the new Star Wars movie for the very first time. And in Los Angeles, fans cannot get enough of this AT in front of the El Capitan Theater. It's all over Instagram, and the force is strong with the LAPD, beefing up security to help with the crowds. Happy Star Wars days, everyone.
Yeah.
The holiday.
So how is the vibe out there? Like people, can you
It
feel the
was
Star Wars
cool.
Day
Feel
vibe?
the Star
in
Wars
here?
Day vibe. I can feel the cheer, man. I mean, it's right by the theater too, so they're trying to catch all the patrons that are headed to see Star Wars.
So where are your tickets, Leo?
Yeah, it's Leo. Somebody's holding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll have it as soon as
I have to
stroll
say, I've
in.
never seen Star Wars, I know, but it was actually a really cool bar even for not being a big Star Wars
Yeah,
fan.
I can't wait to. Troy was raving about it in the pre-show, so
Yeah,
I'm excited
it is
to see it. Very cool. So, what do you feel like you're going to get out of this as a life experience?
As a life experience?
If you're going to come out as a changed man after seeing this movie, what aspect of your life do you think will change the most?
It's kind of like if you're about to complete a 500-piece puzzle and you've got piece 498, boom, that's what you got right there. And I'm going to feel like a whole nother piece of my life is complete.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's exciting. I wish I could get that excited over things like that, but I'm tired.
It's been about 20 years in the making, so.
Well, good.
We're going to show this tomorrow, behind the scenes look at the pop-up Star Wars bar. So cool. Tori tried, I think, like 5 of the drinks. She had little sips. They had at least almost 10 Star Wars drinks.
Wow, that's crazy.
Do you remember any of the names?
Yeah, they had blue milk. And there were a couple others with really good, like Jabba Wabba was one of them. Really good.
With Cabo Wabo tequila.
Exactly.
That was smart.
Yeah.
Don't they have weird food there too?
Yes, they had one of those balls.
Oh, wait, yes. I told Tori try something from the nether regions of space. You'll find out more about those later. So what else is going on in the trending world? Deadpool 2.
So trending right now on Twitter, Deadpool 2 will continue to have an R rating despite Disney's purchase of Fox, which was a big hiccup in some of the fan speculation with the deal.
And Deadpool had been trolling the merger like pretty much all week long, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had been posting all kinds of pictures like this one of him at Disneyland. But I mean,
so it's still going to get an R, huh?
Exactly. It's still going to stay rated R just like it was before.
Well, listen, I think it did fine the first time. I don't think it's going to have any problems. I mean, obviously they wanted to widen the audience, right? What do you guys think? Do you think making Deadpool a PG-13 would make it watered down or allow your kids to go see it? Let us know what you guys think, and we'll talk about it later.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. We have time for just one funny moment, even though there was hundreds. Let's check out one.
Salty Al's not here.
Oh, you know what I should be called?
What?
Savory Tori.
Yeah. Oh, can we get a graphic of that?
I didn't move.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you've called yourself that before.
I miss Al. The stories never stop, and we don't either. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going. We'll see you guys next time.